Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the weeks covering April 30th through May 13th, 2024. This is a reading if you are Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, or have another significant Scorpio placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also leave me a comment if you choose. Let me know how I did. And also, if you're interested in any of the services that I have in terms of spiritual coaching, readings, Reiki therapy, astrology, etc., or my social and following my social media, those links are down in the description box below. Now, if you're not familiar with how I do these readings, I do the 12 houses of astrology. So the horoscope, it's a horoscope spread. So each position, the cards are going to be interpreted in terms of the house position. And so and if you're not familiar with that, you'll see how this works. The main deck I use is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche. And our secondary deck, our tarot deck that we're using to clarify this week, is the Light Visions Tarot. Okay, and I will be following up with a reading, a card pull at least, from the Essential Oil Oracle. Okay, so let's beginning at the beginning for you, Aries. Aries is the first house. This is for you, Scorpio. Okay. So first thing we have Sphinx with King of Pentacles. So the first house has to do with your personality, your identity, how you present yourself to people. So King of Pentacles is a very strong card, somebody who's got it together financially, somebody who has enough resources. So this is a very practical and grounded card, and somebody who has a good command of, we'll say, the material world. I mean, certainly that's the way you are coming across, as someone very grounded and practical. Of course, we have it with Sphinx. So Sphinx can indicate that there may be something that you are hiding from people. I mean, certainly there's this idea of looking like everything is grounded, stable, and practical, and that that you've got it all together. Sphinx, though, may indicate that you may be keeping something from people, because this is a card of secrecy. Now, generally, Scorpio, as a sign, if you want to make a general personality statement about Scorpio as a sign, you tend to be a still waters run deep type anyway, where you don't necessarily show everybody every aspect of yourself. So this is really kind of in keeping with who you are at this point, at this moment. Second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with your finances. So this is okay. So we have Pyramid with the Knight of Wands. Okay, so financially, I feel like you are ready to rush into something. Knight of Wands may indicate that you're ready to spend money on something, or maybe you're rushing in to fix a particular financial situation or to do something. There's definitely this sense of energy of ready, being impatient and wanting to make haste with something. But you have it with the Pyramid card. So Pyramid is indicating there's something that's going to take time. So I don't know, there's something where maybe you're looking for a quick result financially, and this is saying, no, this is not going to happen fast. This is going to take some time. So just be aware that you don't want to be impetuous. You don't want to be hasty. There's something, there seems like there's going to be movement financially for you on something, but that it's not going to happen. It's just going to take some time, and there could even be some challenges along the way connected to it, although Pyramid indicates good news eventually. So if we look at the third house, this is Gemini energy. This is communications, messages of all kinds. This can be self-employment if you are self-employed, sibling relationships, brother-sister relationships, if that applies. Doesn't necessarily, again, I'm just giving all aspects of the house, and also has to do with short-distance travel of all kinds. So, okay, so we have Urias with the Six of Swords. Now, Six of Swords does seem to imply a journey. Six of Swords is particularly a journey across water. Now, being that this is the house of short-term travel, I shouldn't say short-term, I should say short-distance travel. This could be just even going somewhere nearby. I mean, you could have a river down the street from your house, and you could be driving across the bridge. I mean, there's something about traveling across water here. And so Six of Swords is, this is sort of moving into calmer water with regard to something, or it could literally be traveling somewhere like that. There's this sense of moving on from something. But we have it with Urias. Now, Urias indicates, okay, in the area of messages, this would definitely be an unexpected message coming in, something you're not anticipating, maybe something that's going to be about travel or something that's going to move you into calmer waters. You can decide whether or not for you this has to do with something with brothers and sisters or a sibling relationship, maybe something unexpected. Maybe somebody's going to make an unexpected trip to see you. Who knows? Or if this has to do with business, maybe this is going to be an unexpected opportunity that may require some travel. So anyway, you get definitely the vibe here of something that's unexpected and connected to either travel, movement, or just moving into a calmer place. Fourth house is Cancer energy. So this has to do with your home, your family, your ancestry, and also with the mother. Okay, so we have the moon with Sirius. Now, moon can be Cancer or Pisces energy. So okay. Sirius, okay, there's two possibilities here. This could have to do with physical situation or physical illness. Maybe, actually, I don't tend to think of Sirius as illness. That's to do with physical strength. So I don't know if somebody's, I don't know, working out at home, picking up an exercise routine. If there's something connected to somebody's physical health that is implied here, I don't know. It doesn't have to be a negative. Usually Sirius is a positive, but it can also represent something to be endured, something where we have to have some mental flexibility or need to see things from a different perspective. But Sirius indicates the need of being able to take the rough with the smooth to some degree. And you have it with the moon. So the moon seems to suggest a situation that is very unsure. Okay, that there's, because the moon has to do with something that is, where the outcome of something is not clear. So whether this has to do with a home or with a family situation or with somebody's mother, take it as it resonates. But there seems to be an unsure situation here, or one that you're not clear about where it's going. Maybe your intuition's going to tell you more, because certainly this is a strongly intuitive card in a very intuitive house. So maybe you're going to even be having dreams or inspiration about something, maybe connected to family or ancestry. But whatever it is, there's some sense of working through something or having to think outside the box on something here in this particular area. Fifth house is Leo energy. This is creativity, children, love affairs. And again, probably not all three of those are going to apply to you. So let's see what we have here. Okay, we have Lotus with the Five of Pentacles. So this Leo is also a house of recognition and being seen. So Five of Pentacles would suggest that maybe you feel you're not being seen. It's a card of poverty. Maybe there's a creative venture that isn't panning out financially. It can also have to do with, if we're talking about love and love affairs, Five of Pentacles might indicate something where perhaps there's a romantic interest from somebody, but it's not emotionally satisfying. Like you feel ghosted or out in the cold or separated from this person. Like you don't feel, there's not a deep emotional satisfaction when this card comes up. This could have to do with a child. And again, I don't know if you have a child maybe who's having financial difficulties, or perhaps they're having feelings, maybe where they're feeling left out in the cold. Maybe if they're entering middle school and feel like they're not part of the in crowd. There's a whole lot that could potentially be connected to this. But ultimately with Five of Pentacles, this is more of a feeling of insecurity, and most of it really is in ourselves and projected outwards. So you can take it as it resonates here. But Five of Pentacles is not an insurmountable energy. It's just that, there may be a situation where you feel, where somebody feels out in the cold or feels like they're lacking in resources somehow. But you do have it with Lotus. So Lotus is indicating something that has peaceful continuity. And it also may indicate that you need to drop your anxiety about something. So I don't know. There may be a sense of feeling like you're not being recognized or something's not panning out. But I feel like it's something you need to not worry about is what's coming up here. Sixth house is Virgo energy. Virgo has to do with your health, with healing, with worries and anxieties. It can have to do with jobs. If you have a job, that if you're not in business for yourself. Sometimes people do both. But if you have a job that you go to, that would be covered here. And also potentially pets if you have one. Okay, so we have Chtha with the Ace of Wands. So for somebody, this does mean a new job. Okay, this is Chtha is Capricorn energy. It's the idea of building or mastering something. So this does seem like, working hard at something. This could be at a job. It could also, in the house of worry, this is a strong Capricorn energy. You could have very traditional views about work and making money and so forth. And perhaps you are somebody who is hardworking and trying to make something work. With the Ace of Wands, this is a new beginning, new energy. So I guess if you're not looking for a new job or having new work, this seems to be a new burst of energy. Seeing this stuff with physical health, For some of you, maybe this means you're going to get busy and start on a diet and exercise regimen or something. You know, this is about building things. So maybe you are trying to rebuild your life in a very practical sense, and perhaps there's this strong energy and impetus to do this. Maybe you're driven by worry and anxiety. Why that's in this house? That could be another possibility here. But ultimately, it seems to indicate that you're going to be having energy to build or master whatever it is you're trying to work through here. Seventh house is Libra energy, and Libra is about partnerships that are legal in nature, so marriages, business partnerships, contracts, things like that. And we have Isis with the World. Okay, so Isis is about, okay, so I guess it will depend. If we're talking about a marriage, Isis is a strong motherly figure or somebody who's a nurturer. Now, that could be the man or the woman in the situation, or again, I shouldn't assume it's just a man and woman relationship. It doesn't have to be that, but somebody who's taking on a nurturing role. Could be a situation where you need to show compassion for somebody or you need to be patient with them. So whether this has to do with a partnership, if this isn't a marriage, if there has been a situation that has been perhaps trying or stressful, it may be saying, somebody may need nurturing or compassion right now. Certainly we have this Five of Pentacles energy here. So I don't know, maybe there's somebody who's a love interest who has long-term potential for some of you, but maybe you're feeling like you're not getting enough out of this, and this may be saying just be patient with the person right now. We do have this with the World card. So we could be talking about somebody who is a partner who is at a distance, maybe. Maybe that would be why this Five of Pentacles energy is showing up, especially if this is somebody who you're looking to have a committed relationship with, or maybe who you're engaged to, or whatever. This might be somebody who's at a distance, because the World seems to imply somebody who is not close by. But the World can also bring endings to something. It can be indicating that we're waiting for some chapter to end. So that maybe that's where the patience comes in, maybe with regard to your partnerships, or again, even if this is a contract or business partnership, something may be coming to an end. There could be this sense of distance here. Doesn't have to be. But Isis would indicate something that's going to require patience and perhaps nurturing. Eighth house is your own energy, Scorpio energy. So this is transformations, endings, beginnings, and also other people's money, joint finances. Okay, so we have the King of Chalices with the winged disc. Now, winged disc is a great card to show up in any house, because this is about success. It's about overcoming obstacles. So whether this has to do with a joint financial situation or this world energy, the idea of something coming to an end and now things coming to a successful conclusion. I mean, the world is about bringing something to a successful conclusion. So I feel like with the winged disc here that, whatever you've been going through, whatever needs to change, there's going to be success somehow. Things are going to be, light is going to shine on this. This is the sun disc. And the King of Chalices, again, there's this idea of care, of nurturing, of emotional care, of loving and being loved. This also can have to do with control of the emotions. King of Chalices could be an actual person, someone who comes in and tries to help you enjoy life, perhaps, not take it so seriously. Sometimes this is somebody who is a lover or somebody who loves you, so that is possible here. So maybe if there has been some difficulties in a relationship, maybe it's saying that these will be overcome. That's possible. The King of Chalices, though, also can have to do with controlling one's emotions or putting your emotions in a proper perspective for something. There's also a lot of healing energy connected as well. So this just seems like we're looking at successful conclusions and the healing of something here. So very good overall. Okay, ninth house, Sagittarius energy. Sag is about higher education or continued education, educational institutions, long distance travel, and religious institutions or things having to do with deeper thought, deeper questions. Why are we here? Beliefs about God or whatever. All of that, faith and belief are part of this house, and also freedom and independence. Now we have the Queen of Wands with Bast. So, okay, Bast again is this idea of being recognized. We have this Five of Pentacles here, and we have the World here. For some of you, this is somebody at a distance whom you love. and you're looking for attention. You want attention from this person. And I don't mean that in a, petty narcissistic kind of way. I mean more like, you like to be recognized. You like that warmth. You like that attention. So a journey may be required. Maybe you're going, or maybe this is somebody connected to school and education. Although I tend to think it might be somebody at a distance just because I see the World card over here. Now, Queen of Wands, this would be somebody who's very desirable, very attractive. This is a strong feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be a woman, okay? Just like the kings don't have to be men. Queen of Wands is somebody who's ambitious, who's attractive, who's seen, who's desired by people, and who usually works to get what she wants, or what he wants in that case. It's an energy. It's not an energy that everybody likes because maybe they feel like it's maybe a little too aggressive for some people. But Queen of Wands energy is definitely somebody who's very vivacious and very seen. So whether this is you or whether this is your partner, potential partner, this is somebody who wants to be seen or you want to be seen by them. And that kind of with this Five of Pentacles here, again, yeah, there's this idea, or again, this could be you. You could be the one who's seen. And maybe you're feeling this, but the reality may be that, if there's somebody at a distance and you feel like this is not very emotionally satisfying, I don't feel like this person's giving me the attention, this may be suggesting that this person is going to give you the attention, okay? Or that you are seen as this kind of a person. But I feel like in that case, travel may be required. Like if there's distance in a relationship, that may be a factor. This can also have to do, if we're talking about higher ed and things like that, this could just be ambition. This could be expanding your network, expanding your horizons. Bast is a happiness card, so it's about doing what makes you happy. And there's also an element with Bast of socializing. I feel like this is a very social card, giving other people their due and give as you wish to receive kind of energy. So I don't know. I do feel like either something connected to education or to maybe to spiritual beliefs as well, or certainly to travel. It just seems like there's this opportunity for happiness. There's this idea of ambition. And again, this could represent a person in relationship. Take it as it resonates for you. 10th house is Capricorn energy. And Capricorn is about career, fame, reputation. It's father energy. Now we have Crook and Flail with the Page of Wands. Okay. So for some of you, this new job we see down here may well be a promotion, or it may be a step up for you. Because this, again, we have this idea of recognition. We have recognition, worry about recognition. But we also have the winged disc here. I just feel like something's going to be happening in your career situation that's where you're going to be seen. I mean, Crook and Flail can have to do with legal matters as well. And maybe this is something connected to the father for some people, because this is the father house, or to a job, like a contract or something like that. But overall, Crook and Flail is not only about self-discipline, it's also about, recognition, promotion. Maybe some of you are moving far away for a job. That's possible here too. Now, we know this is card 17 here. 1 plus 7 is 8. And you do have card number 8 down here in the other house related to job and career. So it's possible that the number 8 is important. Something happening in 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, or maybe in August, the 8th month. So doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but might be something to keep in the back of your mind in case that proves to be true. Page of Wands, though, is about new ideas, new energy. Pages bring messages, so this could be somebody who brings you news of a promotion or a promotional opportunity. It can also just mean being in the planning stages of something. Maybe you are, again, we've got the Ace of Wands, so there's a newness to whatever this is. So some new energy coming in with regard to your job or career is what this mainly looks like. And yeah, this looks like there's an opportunity to be recognized here. I mean, Page of Wands always brings good news. So I feel like there's some good news coming in on that front. And possibly either a promotion or a recognition. 8th house. I'm sorry, why am I saying 8th house? This is the 11th house. It's interesting. Aquarius energy. Aquarius is, actually 8th house is your house. Aquarius is about your friendships, your social networks, business networks, your goals and your hopes and wishes, and also your destiny to some degree. Okay, so we have the twins with the 7 of Swords. So, okay, here we have some worries about a friend or somebody in your network. 7 of Swords can indicate somebody who's not telling the truth, or somebody who's being deceitful, or maybe not giving all the information. Like you may feel like there's a person who's trying to sabotage something, either trying to sabotage a goal that you have, or maybe just a friend who you think maybe doesn't have your back. That's entirely possible here. So this may be something you want to look out for. I mean, there is the possibility here that maybe you're projecting this onto a friend, because sometimes the Seven of Swords is self-sabotage with regard to friendships and relationships. Maybe you're not just feeling trusting of people right now for whatever reason. But there definitely seems to be an energy here of something that you need to watch out for, or something that not getting all the information from somebody about something. So let's look at the 12th house. This is Pisces energy. Pisces is what you're afraid of. It's your fears, what you're repressing, maybe what you don't show to people. Okay, so we have, now this deck has a card called Haven, okay, which is not, it's actually the card that's considered to be between the World and the Fool, okay, because they circle around. Card 21 circles around back to card 0. So this has no number on it. But let's start with Fire. Fire is about deciding what stays and what goes. This is there's a strong intensity here. So yeah, you may be keeping strong emotions under control. Remember, we have this King of Chalices over here about controlling emotions. So maybe there is some, smoldering passions or feelings or anger or something that maybe you're keeping back about a situation. But with Haven, this is the idea of a pause. You're at a space that's in between the old and the new. And so this is actually a fearful place to be. It's a gap. And within this gap, there may be a lot of intensity of energy. So this also can just mean that you are feeling very restless, and therefore can be prone to being very worried or very paranoid about situations, because you have all this energy that you want to do something with. You've got this Knight of Wands energy, maybe particularly related to money because of what's showing up here. But whatever this is, it's going to take some time. You don't have the answer yet. And so there may be a sense of impatience here, that you're in the gap, like something's ending, something new is about to begin, and you're kind of anxious to kind of get on with things, to sort things out, but this may take a little bit of time. Overall, you have Water with the Eight of Wands. Now, these are both cards of fast movement. Water is going with the flow, but it's also, just the idea of dynamic change and movement. Eight of Wands also brings movement. It brings messages. Sometimes it can bring love, because sometimes the Eight of Wands is known as the Arrows of Love card. But mainly, this also can also indicate travel. Both of these cards can indicate travel. So for some of you, this is about movement, travel, change. This may be coming up, and I feel like there's going to be change coming. It's going to be very, very swift change. But that said, with regard to some things, I feel like the swift change may be coming in more in the area of a job or career for some people, or maybe even with regard to a health matter. Although that change would be a positive change, just to be clear. Could be connected to a relationship potentially, but I feel like there's going to be some swift change coming in. There is somebody you want to watch out for. And I feel like with finances, which is maybe the area where you want a lot of change right now, there may be a reason not to jump the gun on something, okay? But nonetheless, that said, there does seem to be overcoming of obstacles, and there does seem to be some swift change that's going to be coming very, very soon. So let's pull an essential oil oracle card for you. Okay, and your oil card is Blue Tansy. So the key word on this is ignite. Oh, it's funny, we got fire here, right? And we've got ignite. Trigger statement, where do I go from here? And the true statement, I allow life to flow through me. And there we have flow, right? Inspiration has arrived, and you will work through you as you move forward. Okay, so yeah. So follow your inspiration here. I feel like there may be events coming right now that are going to spur you to some kind of action or some kind of change. And this is a good thing. I do feel like you're kind of hanging back because maybe you feel like there's some people or situations that you can't trust. But and maybe something in a home situation that's kind of nebulous right now. But some unexpected information here. And again, there's a whole lot in this one about travel. So somebody watching this is definitely, there seems to be some kind of an offing, whether it be a relationship or a job or what, but there seems to be something at a distance here. But nonetheless, this does seem to me that You need to, things are going to be moving and changing for you. So yeah, and just understand that whatever's going on right now, whatever doesn't seem clear, I feel like you need to, I don't know, what I'm kind of getting is like, I think you need to not allow the distrust to be a barrier to you moving ahead, if that makes sense. I think you need to be, recognize that there's some areas where maybe you're feeling impatient, that you're going to have to wait a little bit. And maybe there's some areas where you feel like you're not being recognized, or maybe there's people that you can't trust. But there's definitely seems to be this energy that obstacles are going to be overcome, and that whatever is not satisfactory now is going to move and change. So I hope this reading is helpful to you, Scorpio. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe if you have not already. Have a very safe rest of April and up into mid-May, and I will see you next time.